Is he kicking?
He is.
You can feel him? Dude, he was on fire last night.
I feel like I feel like he's kicking with his feet.
He's constantly on that side though, because he was on that side last night, too. Like all night.
Because his feet are all over here, his hands are down, his arms are down here.
My name is Gina. My sister's Constance. So I met him when my sister had her gallbladder taken out at the hospital. That was the first time I met him. It was in October. I don't remember the exact date. But I went up to see my sister and he was in there. He was already in the room. Yeah. I'm skeptical over everybody. I'm skeptical. So he seemed really nice, but the first time I meet you was, you're never gonna get you're great type of vibe from me. Yeah, no, I gotta meet you a couple times. But when I first met him, he was sitting next to my sister's bed, and I noticed he just seemed real nice, dressed nice, just all around good dude. He seemed like. They met on blackpeoplemeet.com, and they had been talking at that time for over a month. And the fact that he was up at the hospital already and she had just known him for a little over a month, it just said a lot to me. So again, still skeptical, but it did speak some volumes that you're already up there checking on her while I'm up there. So yeah, we were cool. I mean, after I met him up at the hospital and I was there for a couple days, I kept coming back and forth. So every time I come up there, he was up there. So we built a nice little friendship in that time. You know what I mean? I don't know if you say friendship, but getting to know him. Definitely getting to know him. I got his number from my sister, and then from then I would just text him here and there, especially when I couldn't get a hold of her. Because yeah, I don't like that when I can't reach you, and I'm always, I want to make sure everybody's all right since I just met him. So I was constantly texting him, are you with my sister? Are you with Constance? Text me back, let me know everything's all right, and have my sister call me. That's pretty much how that went. I actually used to tell my sister, like, this one might be the one. I think you might have found your one, because he was putting in a lot of effort. He was literally putting in a lot of effort. Like, he was always up at the hospital. He was always texting her, making sure she was good in the morning, making sure she was good, just saying good night, good mornings, and then they started to spend all that time together. Like she was with him all the time. And you know how that is in the beginning, right? You don't really see your friend because, they got this new boo, and, you kind of got to give her space. It's my sister and all, but, I kind of gave her space. I'm like, you know what? She found somebody. I'm happy for her. I'm going to just give them some time alone. You know what I'm saying? Even though he took the time for my sister. But it was all right because she liked him. She liked him a lot. So I let it go. And I let them get to know each other. And it seemed to be going really good. It seemed to be going real good for quite some time. And then I started to get more comfortable with him. I started to, text him every once in a while, like, hey, have my sister call me, or where he's at today, you know, just little things. You know what I'm saying? Casual conversation. I wanted to get to know him because he's with my sister, so I had to make sure that he was all right, because it's still new, and I don't know too much about this guy. So yeah, I was a little bit overprotective, to say the least. My sister called me in March and said that she was pregnant, and I was like, what? You know, like, I think she was done with having babies, because we had conversations about it before. You know what I mean? Like, I think she's got 2 boys, my nephews, so I think she was, you know, I think she was done. I think we had talked about it before. She wasn't set in stone done, but it wasn't no talk about having no more babies. So when she called me in March, I'm like, what? What? You mean you're pregnant? Like, are you kidding me? Like, no. And she's like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, okay. So first thing out of my mouth was, oh my God, what did he say? Like, is he excited? Like, is he ready to have another one? And when she told me no, he didn't want this baby, and not even that he didn't want a baby, but he's asking her, my sister, to get an abortion, and I'm just like, what? Because all this time I'm like, as I got to know him over these last 6 months, I'm like, I really like this guy. Like, he's gonna be the one. And then you turn around and not even just ask my sister to have an abortion, but tell her if she doesn't, that he's done. Like, don't contact him, and don't reach out, and don't, like, he was all the way, like, she had done something wrong. Like, she had just run over a puppy. Like, I'm so confused. Like, it just threw me all the way through a loop. Like, you went from being that one to, like, who are you? I have no idea who you are. So I can understand somebody not being ready to have a baby, but the pressure and the things that he was saying to my sister about getting rid of this baby, and if you keep it, that's it for us, and don't contact me no more if you decide to keep it, and the list goes on. It was just a constant, like, he was angry. This guy was angry. I've never seen him angry the whole time I've known this guy. So it was a bit much for me to have heard all that. You know, too much, way too much. Just the nastiness came over it, and I just don't know where it came from, really, to tell you the truth. I mean, I know where it came from after the fact, but yeah, no, unacceptable. That was her man. That was my sister's man, as far as I was concerned.